Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! You can get it in a hole.
Phenomenal.
You can get it in a hole or up a pole. You can get it doing nothing at all. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. A long cold Vic.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating. It could be that smooth toffee ice cream in the center, or that whole delicious golden K-Time taste. Streets.
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you, crack pack? You smoke crack. You better watch your back. All right, I am back. Nothing gonna keep me down. Jake says, I thought you'd be too sick to stream. So did I yesterday. Let me tell you, I started playing a game of poker with Clark at 9 a.m. And then it's like, I gotta go lie down. And I didn't get up for about 24 hours. Didn't really eat anything. But I don't know, I woke up this morning, I felt good. A little bit clammy, but not any more than normal as it is. So I'm here. I wanted to do this stream because I started doing shorts again. They're going great. And I want to try and marry the shorts a little bit in with the live streams. So do a news show. And I guess now that the chat is on perhaps permanent hiatus, I thought it would be, a good time to start. Unfortunately for Mike Barron, I had to snub him. But I'll get him on next week. So that'll be good. We'll get Mike back on Friday. And we'll chat the new Sherlock Holmes book. But before we do any of that, let us honor. I think we got a first in here, by the way. That's Dale A. First ever, I do believe. So congratulations. He was surprised as all of us were. So welcome into the fraternity there. I see, who else do I see? I see Jim Cox in the house. besting it. We got Gary G here, Sumo Thori, reminding us of the question mark rule. The rules. I mean, it's been a while since I played the old rules. Yeah, you can't have a question mark. You can't have anything except either first or exclamation mark, essentially. But that's the rules.
I may be down, but I'm not out. Tom Brady's never out. You broke the rules. You broke the rules. You breaking the rules. You broke the rules. You broke the rules. How you found out I broke the rules? Yeah, you broke the rules.
All right, enough of that. Welcome to Mo Biggs. Is tonight the night Bancroft's attempt to get out the cock? Well, just one isn't cock, as he pointed out to me. I was like, they're all cock, aren't they? No, Transformers not quite creator owned, but all small press. Let's say that. That's all my shorts from now on, I think, are going to be focused on small press indies, cock, obviously, and yeah, build from there. We'll see how we go. We got Moromi in the house. We got Jav Styler. What's up? I see. Did I say Gary G? I think I did. I'll say it again. Frequency Girl. She's actually read these comics. I'm sort of hoping I can maybe convince some of you to start reading them. But she's way ahead of me. I've only read the first issue of each. So I'm way behind. What's up? Past Master Dan says Bancroft, Caboose Croft, Cheek Croft. All the different Crofts. Brett's the greatest here. Mark's Music Obsession. What's up, Jim Alaska? I'll say hello to Massive Panda. K Manifesto. It's great to see K Manifesto in the house. It's weird. The StreamYards is saying no one is watching on YouTube, but I think we have 27 people in here. I'm going to have to flick through. So thank you to everyone who is joining us here tonight. Glad you're feeling better. I'm still a bit, but I had, man, yesterday I didn't do anything. Like I said, just lying down. It's the worst. I hate it. Hate not being productive. So I thought I'd better just sit up, get back to work, start doing things. Speaking of Jake just gifted 5 memberships. And the first one there that was missed was Mo Biggs right underneath it. But Jackal, Twirly Wolf, EC, Dearman, and Grey Cloudy Day. You know, we all know Grey Cloudy Day. Very beloved member of the community here. Thank you nonetheless, Jake. We appreciate your efforts wholeheartedly. And you get this.
You little ripper!
Thank you. Oh, and by the way, we will be checking out books from Global Comics today. So I thought, what better time than to type rigged in the chat. At the end of the stream, I will give away another, I think it's their 1 month membership to Global Comics. So you will, one of you lucky readers will be able to, winners will be able to read these books and many more. 70,000 titles, I do believe. All right, we've got some rigs coming in. Good to see. They will all be collecting here over the course of the show. Got 4 in there already. And then we'll do the draw at the end. Please do sign up to the Lucent mailing list. As I said, I've been waylaid a little these last couple of days, but I'm looking forward to getting back onto working on the cards. I got to work on the back of the cards now. I've already got 1 3/4 down. I don't know if I'll be showing the back of the cards. You know what I might do though? I might put up a banner, like a sign up banner. And I think it's December now. I don't really want to launch anything. I don't really want to kick anything off at the end of the year. So probably, the start of next year, we'll get all that going. The auctions, the cards, everything. But you can still, of course, go over, grab a comic, grab a t-shirt. I apologize I didn't do the Black Friday thing, but well. Got sick. What's up, Faux Peasy, over on the Rumble game? We've got some Rumblers watching us. You can now bring up your chat. Thank you for joining us over here. All right, let's just jump right into it. So, like I said, started doing shorts again, and they've been going great. Up 90 subscribers since I started doing them again, which is only, I think, a week and a half. which is pretty crazy. So that's good. And I'm gonna guess. I mean, I don't know. My From short is still going gangbusters, so there might be a lot of them from that. But the plan is to build up the following from like I said, mostly small press, indie books, and just stuff that I've read, mostly on Global, because that's really all I have access to at the moment. And just do little shorts on them, get some exposure, reach out to some new audience people, and then we can chat about the books. Did anyone here read Berserker? This has got to be like 2 years old by now. I didn't grab it. I don't remember why. I like Keanu Reeves. I like John Wick. Actually, I like pretty much everything he's been in. For whatever reason, I don't know. I think it was maybe it was just expensive. I think it was a hardcover. I can't even remember. Cranberry says, I didn't, but the art looked good. The art is great. It's got a really frenetic, kind of scratchy style, which works for the story. But I think a lot of people were like, well, this is clearly just a pitch for a movie, which I guess it probably is. But remember, he did that video. Please load. Don't do this to me. I've got a whole show prepared, and you're gonna do this to me. Global Comics. Am I on? I know what it is. I'm on Wi-Fi. Damn it! Right, let me turn this off. That means I'm gonna get crazy. I'll have to refresh this. Damn it! All right, here we go. So if I get nuts, you guys let me know. Enjoyed Berserker. Hope they turn it into a movie. I guess that was the plan. I really didn't know anything about it, but isn't that like classic? I mean, that's literally taken from that's what Keanu looks like just when people take photos of him out on the street. So I didn't even know the character's name. I was just like, that's Keanu Reeves. But it's kind of like a bit of a beefier, bulkier Keanu Reeves. But that's all right. He could, if they adapt it, he could bulk up. Mark's Music Obsession, Medicine Money, type of med is your choice, VB. Thank you, Mark's Music Obsession. I will not be drinking any VB, but I do have my tea here, trying to keep the liquids, Dal says, and thank you for the super chat, Mark. Dal says, I feel like Berserker started strong and was weaker and had pacing issues by the end. Do you know how many issues it is all up? I only read the first one, and the first one is just essentially he's like an immortal one. He's got a team, but it's really just him. He can't die, so his strategy is basically, I'm going to go into any situation and they're just going to shoot at me until they run out of bullets and bombs, and then I'm going to kill them all. I like the art. I really do like the art. I think it's like it suits. Like it's very gory too, by the way. 12 issues. There are multiple spin-offs. I'm going to read it. I'll see how I especially like as well. I'll show you at the end. I like as well that it's got sort of ancient tie-in because he's immortal. So I guess he's been around since forever. I guess. I don't know. I haven't really quite figured all that out yet. Dal would probably know better than I would. But yeah, lots of gore. Lots of what you would expect. Martial arts. Blood, guts, all that sort of stuff. And it's kind of like a military book, but with a fantastical twist to it, essentially. Hold on a sec. Am I roboting? It says I'm getting the message here that I've. All right, let me just play a video and I'll do a refresh. What will I play? Let's play this.
Bowling here. Come bowl now. Get your bowling. Who's ready? Bowling.
Mom, make Dad tell the story right.
That's what really happened.
Oh. All right, I gotta reshare it now. Not roboting. Oh, that's weird. I was getting the weird thing. Have you at least read Don Chian's BRZRKR? You know what? I have it, and I'm going to shamefully admit I haven't read it yet. Is he good at comedy, though? In this book? No. No, it's literally what I'm saying is he just gets hit by cars, gets blown up by bombs, runs into everything. They shoot his nose off. It gets really, I mean, fast forward to the end here. Like he gets really, that's what it is essentially. That's the character. And can he tell a good knock-knock joke? He's probably lost his sense of humor, I imagine. But yeah, so that's what he is. And then they have to, and then essentially, so, you know, I mean, how do you stop something like this? And then he achieves whatever his goal is, and then they take him back and they fix him up. And that's when we find out he's talking to this chick. Where is it? This scientist. Look at bald Keanu. Looking like, who's that dude in Iron Man? Can't remember. They shot off his sense of humor, I suppose. Eric Winbird says, you are okay? I am okay. Mel got it way worse than I did. Mel, yeah, she was like really bad. She's still recovering. But not Tony Stark, the other guy. Who's the other guy? The bad guy in that movie. Anyway, where is it? Oh yeah, look, see? He's a little bit of he's like 80,000 years ago. All right. I mean, that's a long time ago. That's we're going way back. So I don't quite know what the story is there. Obviously, that's like the enticer to get you to read the second one. Is he survived since then? He's like, I remember my birth. I remember being born, and it's 80,000 years ago. So I don't know. I mean, that sounds cool to me. That makes me want to read the next ones. Not the Kingpin. Stain, is that his name? I can't remember. Thaddeus? That sounds familiar. Jeff Bridges. Yeah, that guy. He looks kind of like that guy, doesn't he? Does he have a shaved head? Obadiah? Yeah, so I mean, straight off, I'm guessing he's this immortal and he's been just living forever. 80,000 years is a long time to live. Obadiah. Yeah, that sounds right. Obadiah Stane. If you had a name of Obadiah Stane, you're like, oh, wow, you're going to be a bad guy. One son. You'd think if he'd been alive that long, he'd be a Rothschild or something, not a bullet bag. You would think that, wouldn't you? You'd think you'd have your stuff set up by then, but I guess not. But yeah, look, if you really, this is the kind of book I reckon Rob would love. Just like, you know, lots of guts, tech, action, guns, violence, all that sort of stuff. Again, yeah, probably why I didn't get it in the first place. I didn't know it had this immortality ancient stuff in it. If I had, I probably would have backed it. But and I heard this is how he got connected. You know, he's in the new Graham Hancock documentary. Apparently that's how they were like talking with each other in terms of, you know, ancient prehistory civilizations and stuff, which is very cool. So I would definitely be interested in that more. But I'll continue on reading. I'll see if the pacing falls off or whatever. But if it's only 12 issues, that's easy peasy. Mo says, super intelligent millionaire snail assassin versus 80,000-year-old ladybug who works out. Let's just leave that one to Rob, I think. Sumo says, Mel B seems to have gotten the worst end of everything in this arrangement. She did this week. Oh my God. It's been bad, but we're getting through it. I watched Ancient Apocalypse, almost done with season 2. Is that the Graham Hancock? I got on such a kick after that. I just started watching all of these videos about ancient monoliths and everything. And, you know, surprisingly, I think they discovered how they made those monoliths where all the stones look like they're melted together. Some scientists are figuring that out, and it's pretty crazy. All that mowing finally got to her. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I watched that as well. I'll probably watch it again. it's good stuff. Now, out of the 4 books that I read, 2 of them were my favorite. This is one of them, Rook Exodus, which I heard so much about. People would bring it up in chat, and everyone would say, "Oh, I love this. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. You got to read this. You would love this." And I put it on my list. Finally read it. Obviously, just the first issue. But yeah, you're exactly right. This book is great. It's by, and I didn't even know it was by Jeff Johns. I was like, well, this is really, really well written. Then I went back. I was like, oh, it's by Jeff Johns. And Fabok absolutely crushes it in the art. He actually replied to one of my tweets about it. He's like, thanks for the video. It's like, dude, you crushed it. Mo says the first season was interesting, but it handled the facts like Bancroft handles Rod these days, fast and loose. That's what I want with Graham Hancock. I don't want him to be constricted with the science and the facts. I want him to just let his mind go, take some drugs, and maybe see some things that other people can't see. That's what I want. I agree. Another channel talked about Rook, might have been The Gutter. I believe that they probably would have. Jeff Johns is doing a great job with Rook. The art by Fabok is fantastic. Now, I believe this is an ongoing series. So they'll just go... stop saying Hancock. I won't. They'll just go and go, I believe, is my understanding. But essentially what you got here is... It's going to load. It's going to do it again. Oh, my God. Come on, internet. Chug along. Okay. So you got this planet. It's called Planet F. It's a cool idea. So essentially in the future, the Earth is overpopulated. It's not working. There's been, I guess, wars and things and all sorts of craziness. So they've headed out to other worlds and they're essentially terraforming them. And to me, it comes across as something like a corporate venture. I've seen it. It's kind of like a trope, I suppose, where the corporation says the same thing in Total Recall as well. Come to Mars and live this great life. But then the reality isn't all that it's sold as. So essentially, where this story starts is it's already all fallen apart. Everyone's already left except for the people who were essentially brought over there as workers, and they're all trying to escape. It's a really cool setup. Hold on a sec. We got 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Mr. Reese. Welcome, Eric Winberg, Lorenzo Cervantes, Jet Barber, Alec, and Apple Bloom 82. Not Mo Biggs, but thank you very, very much nonetheless. Where have we got here, guys? Send you a cheers, big ears.
Well, cheers, big ears.
Mo says, not to be confused with alternate Earth where Kamala won Planet F. Well, it is kind of Planet F. So, straight away we learn there's all these people are trying to get off the planet with what they have. So they're essentially building spaceships with what they've got and, taking their chances. But I think only 1 in 50 are actually getting off planet. Most of them just crash. So it's like proper desperate times. There's an engine that's mentioned. I don't quite know what it is, but essentially the engine is powering the terraforming and it's about to go offline and everything's about to die. So that's why they're so desperate. The only people that are left are these guys. These guys are wardens. And the wardens have these cool helmets. And the helmets allow them to... It sounds convoluted, I know. But it's actually really well written as you go. You kind of find this out as you go along. So his helmet allows him to talk to crows. And there are other helmets. He's got a friend who... He can talk to boars, wild boars, and his name is Swine, obviously. And so he's got this army of crows that kind of, I don't know, he uses them to do his bidding. No one's getting off Planet F. Well, they're trying. He's trying. That's what he's doing. He's building his own spaceship. Darth helmet, Darth Crow, essentially. Oh, and the planet, for some reason, it makes the animals grow really big. So the bears are supersized bears. You can see there. So he's trying to fight it. The crows are attacking. They're helping him out. I think they end up scaring it off. Anyway, look at the art in this is just absolutely second to none. The style is so perfect for the genre. Also, I want to shout out to who's the other guy? Does it say series info? More details. The colorist, Brad Anderson. Is that the colorist? See, it says illustrator. I don't know. Anyway, the colors are. It might be Fabok on both. I don't know. But just friggin' gorgeous. The scale, like look at the size. You really do get a feeling that you're in this desolate world. Now that is a man who appreciates a background. Telling a picture tells 1,000 words. You got all these crashed, spaceships. The whole thing is falling apart. Everything's in orange. Beautiful. Thank you, Past Master Dan, for sharing the link there. Yeah, this has been out for ages. This is the first issue. So I think they're up to issue 8. I don't know. I just made that up completely. You can go read it right now over on Global Comics if you have an account. If you don't have an account, I don't know how much you'll be able to read, but it's like $7 a month. Or you can just type rigged in the chat. Look at that. That's his spaceship. Oh, I didn't even see it earlier. Look at this big thing over the top in the background. Didn't even catch that earlier. Anyways, yeah, that's what he's doing. He's these are like really some of the best pages I've seen in a long time, art-wise. There's a whole subplot I'm not gonna get into. But oh yeah, this is his friend, Swine. And he wants to stay on the planet. He likes it here. He likes being in control of the pigs. So they're like besties, I guess. They're having drinks in front of the fire. But Rook wants to take him off planet. 6 issues. Thank you, Jim. No account yet. I was close. It must have sounded like a comment I would make. Bancroft gatekept it. What did I gatekeep? Hold on. Even Alec Baldwin got a membership before. Did he? One of the Baldwins? I didn't see that. Must have missed it. Some of the best character designs I've seen in years. I like the world. I mean, oh yeah, the characters are great. The art is fantastic. The world seems really intriguing and real and rich. They spend a lot of time building out. Like, look at these vehicles. And you don't really know at the start what's going on, but it comes organically. So you find out, yeah, he's building his own rocket. And you get a little bit of the history of why he's there. He used to be a farmer. They say this at the start, but now you kind of get to see it. So essentially, that's what happened. He ended up, his hand was forced. I think he and his father had to go out there. Yeah, and and then the rest is history. I won't show the ending because it's a bit of a spoiler, but there's more wardens out there. Let's just say that they're not alone exactly on the planet. There are others out there, dangerous types, different helmets. So you can imagine. Now, I don't know. Would you want a helmet where you can control crows? I guess crows are super smart. I guess they would be useful. Saruman used them in Lord of the Rings. You were describing the character who can talk to boars, and Henry pointed out that you talk to feral bush pigs. Right. And I wish I had seen that comment. Oh, well. And the things I miss. Hang on. Oh, here it is. Big deal. Bancroft could talk to feral bush pigs. I didn't even need a helmet either. Anglerfish helmet? That seems a bit restrictive. And it F's with you too. Yeah. They get inside your head. You start thinking like the animals. It's sort of symbiotic. Cranberry Langer says a caterpillar. I don't know about that. I'm glad it comes organically. It would be weird. Well, it's Jeff Johns. It's going to be really well written. So, anyway, this is a huge recommend for me. I'm going to continue reading it. I'll continue making shorts on it. With my luck, I'll get a squirrel helmet. Well, they do say at some point here when they're selling it. Where is it? Hang on, that's a bit further on. They're selling it. The corporation is selling it. It's like, look, you can. This is what they're selling the planet as. It's going to be a perfect, better world, and you can. Each will be assigned a species based on historical experience, psychological compatibility, and personal requests. So yeah, you might be able to, request the tiger helmet, or whatever, if they're there. The shark helmet, I don't know. Yeah, Jason Fabok is on art. And I think, let me go back to the beginning. Let's have a look here. Brad Anderson is on the colors. I don't want to not shout out Brad as well, because it's the mix of Jason's lines and the colors that really make this something special in terms of art. Sloth helmet would be my yeah, so check that one out. Now, one I wasn't really that interested in was Transformers, but it is super popular. A lot of people read it. I have not been that interested in Transformers ever since I was a kid. I was into it a big time when I was a kid, but I don't know. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that has sort of stuck with me throughout the years, whereas Transformers, not so much. And I don't really care for the movies. I didn't grow up watching the original Transformers movie. It wasn't a big of a thing for me, but people have been raving about it. Shadowpunk says, Daniel Warren Johnson, forget about it. So damn good. And I do believe he's the artist on this as well. So he's the artist and the writer. So it is a full on. Now, I know it's not cock, technically, as Mo pointed out. It is licensed stuff. But there's a certain level of ownership. I've since learnt doing the short that they call this the Energon universe or the Skybound Transformers, because it is its own universe. They set up, that's a whole new origin story and everything. I didn't know it was going to be that. He writes and draws for the first 6 issues. There you go. So you got Mike Spicer on the colors. And again, another one where I think it's they're doing this to me again. This is crazy. It really is the mix between the artist and the colors that makes this what it is. They're really working hand in hand. And they've gone with, I'm going to skip through the subplot stuff. There's always got to be humans involved. But again, look at these colors. I dig the purples and pinks and everything. And shout out to the letterer, by the way. Who was that? The lettering on this, Russ Wooten, is superb. He really does a fantastic job with all the sound effects and everything, and even the dialogue and stuff. But yeah, essentially, Zaid says Daniel Warren Johnson is a Chicago boy. We claim him. Yeah, but what side of Chicago? Henry says, I was into G.I. Joe and Transformers as a kid. I always found the G.I. Joe comics to be better. Well, they're making a Duke comic, which apparently people like as well. So I'll check that out. Again, not really my thing, but I think this would be great for Clark to read. I would definitely, if he wants to read it, I would definitely read it with him. It is very much a comic that is all ages. Like, obviously, if you're an adult and you're into Transformers, it would be good for you. But, this is just like a great thing for a 12-year-old to pick up. And Clark isn't that old yet, but he does like reading and does like comics. So I'll try and get him into this one. It does look great, no lie. It was fun from the beginning to the end. And there was no hint of, we've put up with weirdness that they insert into existing stuff. None of that. This was just pure Transformers. And they're doing their own thing with it. It's like I said, it's the Energon universe. So essentially what you got here is what's his name? Jetfire. I don't know my Transformers that well. Hang on. Jetfire. Yeah. So Jetfire is awake and he's trying to wake up the Transformers, but he isn't aware that the Decepticons and the Autobots have been at war for 200 years. He's been out of the loop. So he just starts waking them up willy-nilly. And as you can imagine, all hell breaks loose. David L., member for 25 months. Thank you so much. He says, hey there, Bancroft and chat. No YouTube notice. Thank you, YouTube. Always helping out the little guy. Well, I thank you for being here nonetheless. We got 43 people watching here on YouTube and 4 watching over on Rumble. Almost 50. Type rigged in the chat, David, if you want to get a chance to win a Global Comics 1-month subscription. G.I. Joe has the better toy line. I will leave that up to you to decide. Can't believe I'm watching you and you don't know who Jetfire is. For F's sake, what kind of what? I preface this whole thing with I am not really a Transformers fan. Not really at all. I mean, beyond the age of 8, I kind of left them behind. But I read this. It was fun. Anyway, so yeah, Starscream gets awakened and immediately just blasts a hole in Bumblebee's head. So yeah, it all kicks off. They're trying to stop. Look at that. That's beautiful. I don't know. Can I zoom in? I can zoom in good. Like that's just great. You know, the style of the art really fits what they're doing with the book. You aren't that much younger than me. Yeah, but I just wasn't into it. I like Ninja Turtles. Sue me. You know what it might have been? Here's what happened. When I was 6, I begged my mother for the Optimus Prime truck. Begged her for a month. Please, it was my birthday. Please, can I have it? You know, all the tears, all the waterworks. Wasn't going to happen. There's like, no way, it's too expensive. You're not getting that. It was a big thing, yeah? So anyway, I don't remember what I got that year for my birthday. But my birthday is on August 3rd. On September 2nd is my younger brother's birthday, who's 2 years younger than me. And he opens his present on September 2nd. What do you think it was? I can't even bring myself to say what it was. It still cuts me deep. So needless to say, yeah, I didn't get my own Optimus Prime. Although it was in the house. I know I just never really stuck with it. But anyway, so yeah, it's very cool first issue. So essentially, we only 2 of the Autobots wake up, Ratchet and Optimus. They can't get Bumblebee because he got a blast in the head, but they do manage to get all of the Autobots into the trailer. And they make a hasty retreat. Where is it? It's just real. Look at that. I mean, this is what I'm saying. I really remember the lettering on this. Just really, and they went all out with it. And I'm the middle child, Fair Lantern. What do you think? Do I need to take one of my daughters, many primes, to send one to you? No, I think I'm fine by now. I'm over it. I don't know if Bumblebee is dead. He's certainly not waking up. But essentially, they take them all. I don't know why this page is sideways, but they take them all and escape. And Jetfire actually helps them escape. I'm not going to go any further because I don't want to get into any spoilers. But yeah, they do make it away. And then the Decepticons are back at the whatever that big ship is. I can't remember the name of it. They don't have enough energon to get the ship started, but they do have enough to wake up some people, although Optimus Prime doesn't. So they're gonna have to find that now. I guess that's where the story goes ahead. But I mean, I'm guessing they're gonna try and refix them. They just need supplies. So they're gonna have to go out into the world and collect stuff. It'll become like a resource kind of story. Maromi says Graham Nolan's first Marvel book was Transformers. I didn't know that. The sideways spread annoyed me. Is it sideways in the book? That's weird. Cam says DWJ seriously manifests Jack Kirby vibes to me on this page. He really understands what makes comics great. I was not expecting to care either way, but I really like this. Even though I'm not a Transformers fan, I look forward to reading the next issues. And the short did really well, so people are clearly into it. Yeah, I mean, look at that again. Look at the type. What's his name? Rook. Go back to the start. Russ Wooten. I tip my hat to you. You did a fantastic job on this. I mean, obviously, the whole team, but yeah, really, really good stuff. I'm the oldest, more commonly known as the first regret. Mo says Bancroft was so full of envious rage, he shipped his little brother off to America, never to be seen again until the day he adopted his Camel Moon persona. That's awkward. You have to turn the book. These publishers are learning all the wrong lessons from manga. Yeah, if that's like that in the book, I don't like that. You can buy a nice bootleg China Gen 1. I don't want one. I wanted one when I was 6. I don't want one anymore. I feel like the time has passed. All right. Now, the last book I'm going to show off is this one here, which probably is the one that came most recommended. And I remember seeing the art and showing it off in some of the art shares a while back. This is a 5-issue miniseries, I think, through Image. Scotty Young and is that George Corona? Jean-Francois Bellieu on the colors and Nate Pecos, who's Blambot. I didn't realize that's Blambot. And this book is just spectacular. I was utterly blown away by everything about this. Great artwork in that one. Yeah, it's the kind of book where you're reading it and you are an artist, and you're like, damn, why don't I make art like this? You really do. Each issue is the stage of grief. Yeah, I gathered that was the case because it starts here. So the first one is denial. All right. I don't know why it's doing this every time. Yeah, chapter 1, denial. Jim, strap in. This is really good. I read the first issue of this. Pretty cool. You don't have to try to make this one French. It is, well, the color, I think that's the colorist. Can I go back? Yeah. So Scotty Young is the writer, George is the art, and the colors are by Jean-Francois. And then Nate is on the lettering. And just like straight away, everything about this I love. It's a very cartoony style in terms of the characters and stuff. Huge scale, a lot like the Rook one actually, in terms of the backgrounds and stuff. And the colors on this are just Bancroft only reads the first issue. I'm doing shorts, so I'll be going as I go, just reading different issues. So we'll see. It's pronounced Jorge. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Okay, Jorge Corona. That makes sense. I don't know what's up with these artists and their names. With a name like that, they should not only add the U into colorist, but capitalize it. If I ever win the lotto, I'll buy an original 80s Optimus Prime mint in box and send it to you, Bancroft. I appreciate that, David. I'll be 6 years old again on my birthday. Every page is like this, and the colors move depending on it. I mean, it really is just superb. So essentially, we're starting off, and also as well for especially with Westerns, you feel like everything's been done before. I really like the look of the main character, the woman. She's wearing a lot of layers, and it gives her this very interesting silhouette that they really play with. Really becomes kind of strange in the shadows and everything. And we get a little bit of a flashback right at the start. So you see, okay, she did have a previous life. It looked like a good life, you know, with a kid and everything. And look at the colors. So that's what I'm saying. You go from these orangey purples to this green blue. And, you know, she had a husband and everything. Everything was fine until, you see it straight away. She's got blood. She's coughing up blood. Not a good sign, especially in the 1800s. Probably not going to find much medicine for that. Frequency Girl says, I still have to read the last issue. I'm usually disappointed by final issues, so I put it off. Yeah, I did that with Peaky Blinders. We didn't watch the last season because I was worried that it was going to suck. And you think I guess at this point you don't really know if she's good or bad, but I guess she could have robbed this mother and daughter out here, but she doesn't. She just puts her on her ass. And I mean, look at this page. Talk about storytelling. Everything about it I love. Now, at the moment, you don't really know what you're reading. It's a Western. Look at the fire. I just sat looking at like some very bold choices from both the artist and the colorist, and they just both nailed it. So she's still, obviously, whatever she has, it's killing her. The lamplight and everything. We get a little bit of a flashback. So, you know, this is her leaving, essentially. And we find out she is a ex kind of, I guess, I don't really know, like an outlaw. I don't really know yet. She's a serious woman, though. Anyway, he made her into a good woman and a mother. But now she's got to go back to her old life. That's why she cut off her hair. And he's crying because he's seeing her like she was before. I guess she was a killer. I don't know. Is the story predictable? No, it isn't. So this at the moment, I'm just completely blown away by the art. I like the story. Okay, you know, it's a lot of tropes, but I don't mind tropes. I actually quite like tropes. It's a Western trope. The retired gunslinger forced back into the life, essentially. She's got the consumption. I don't even know what consumption is. I remember looking it up one day to seeing what it was, and I can't remember what it was. So at the moment, I'm like, all right, going along. I don't quite know where it's going. Tuberculosis. There you go. Thank you. And now she's off into, you know, the wilderness. These pages, she's being haunted by these ghosts of her past. And look how they colored them. You know, how different that is. Just really amazing. So that's her sort of like drowning in her memories, then pulling her down. But she gets out of it. Get back, you. I also noticed there's very little dialogue in this book. It's mostly visual storytelling, which really works with it. It really works with the genre. It's not a lot of reading, but it's a lot of looking at the art. And because they went with this very cartoonist sort of style, there's a lot of expression in there. This is way better than Bancroft's self-insert Western Smallpox is Too Good for You. That had legs, I tell you. Oh, that's what Doc Holliday had. There you go. Longer. I'm in my prime. All right, so at this point, okay, yeah, he's still continuing on. Just, yeah, gorgeous. Look at I didn't even notice this the first time I looked at it. The memories are still sort of like floating in the creek. She's back out into the what do you call it? The What do you call it out here in America? We would call it the Outback, but you don't call it the Outback. You call it something else. The Wild West. I don't know. A beautiful page here with some engines watching her. I don't know if they're going to play. I guess they're going to play. Usually if you do something like this, they're going to play into it later on. It looks like they're possibly tracking her. The Frontier. Thank you. That sounds cooler. The Plains. See the Plains. I like the Frontier. It's bloomin' onion country. That's the Plains, I reckon. Just gorgeous. Now, there's no spoilers in this, so I can show you the whole thing. Essentially, she's got this coin here. She's going to Cyprus. And you don't know what that is, but she's got a coin from it. Okay, all right. And now her horse refuses to go any further. So she's got a... No, it does? I thought it stopped there. So I have to go. I thought it stopped there, but it looks like she's got a horse here. I know. Maybe that horse was already there. Oh, no. I'm an idiot. This is a flashback. I'm an idiot. Okay, so the horse refuses to go forward, but now we're flashing back to her actually saying goodbye to her kid, which is actually pretty intense. Anyone who has children. And so she's saying goodbye. He's pleading with her. The kid is pleading with her. And, it's all set in this warm color. And you can see the blue on the outside. You read this, right? I read it a week ago. No, it works out. Check this out. Okay, so it's all set in this really nice orange hue, which is the homestead. Everything at home is orange, but you can see on the outside everything is blue, and then just back there you can see that orange, and it's like that really hit. I was like, that's just great storytelling. And from now on, she's going out into the night. Everything's blue. I really dug that. Someone should clip Bancroft confessing to be an idiot 3 times in 10 seconds. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Okay, yeah, so the horse does... I thought so. The horse does refuse to come along past these trees. I don't know if that's like some marker or something. I don't know, but she clearly knows the way, and I'm guessing it has something to do with her past life. She knows how to get to this location. Look at this beautiful landscape. She goes to a canyon, and she ends up at this just kind of a hut. And she says, I'm looking for Cyprus. And she says, many cannot pay that toll. She says, I can. Look, I love all these. Yeah, she's completely layered in belts and everything. It's really cool. So she puts the coins into, I don't really know what this is yet. You see, it's this giant, it's this gigantic shaman type character who I guess, okay, they're the only ones who know the way. It's so now all of a sudden, it's not just a Western. Now it's like a weird Western. Now it's fantasy Western. Mystic and stuff. So at this point I was like, that is dope. All right. And now they're going to go on to do I show? Yeah, let's show. It's not really a spoiler. So you walk past all the skulls, walk through the mystic chasm, and there you go. At I guess that's Cyprus. It reminds me of, you remember the Coco, the movie, where they go into the land of the dead? I don't know if it's quite like that. I don't know. I haven't read, but this is rad. So I'm guessing she's going to go here to kill death, essentially, to try and get healed from her consumption. It's the way of the dead. Exactly. It was made by those who are dead. I can't rate this book highly enough. It's an absolute gem. I'm really looking forward to reading the rest of it. I want to know how it ends. Like Frequency Girl said, it's a 5-issue mini series where each one is the 5 stages of grief which I guess is kind of a spoiler because isn't the last one acceptance? But I'm looking forward to it either way. Looks like the kingdom under the mountain. Yeah, so to answer the question earlier, is it predictable? No, I really had no idea where it was going, and it took me to a strange place. So Fantasy Western sounds like an excuse to not do historical research. I've lost interest in this book. Dale, I can only lead the horse to water. I can't make them drink. I know, it really hit me. I liked it. I don't think it's supposed to be historical. I don't even know if they say exactly where it is. But I dig it. And yeah. That is going to be it. We checked out Berserker. We checked out Rook Exodus. We checked out Transformers from the Energon universe. And we checked out Ain't No Grave. So I'm going to continue doing the shorts. I'm going to read, future issues and new issues. Of course, a lot of people have been telling me a lot of books I need to read. So I will be checking them out as well. And I will let you know how they go. And I think what I'll be doing is I'll do the shorts throughout the week, and then I'll pick 4 to kind of break down on, what is it, Saturday for you guys, now that the chat is done. Don't go just yet, Mo. Don't go just yet. Have you remembered? Do you remember to type rigged in the chat? We've got 16 in there. How many people watching it? It's not even telling me. We've got 46 watching. Have you typed rigged in the chat? If you haven't, please do now, because I'm going to be giving away a 1-month membership to, how do we get out of here? To Global Comics. You'll be able to read all of these and many more. I think there's 70,000 plus titles on there. From small print, creator-owned, web comics, all the way up to DC. Now, I don't know if it has all of the DC titles on there, but it has a lot of like existing stuff on there. I wanted to check out Absolute Batman, but I don't think it's on there. I don't think they're uploading like new stuff, but that's fine. I don't mind staying small press. What's up, Forest Publishing? I'll stay for the contest, but it's more a defiant gesture than a hopeful one. You've won one of these, haven't you? I know you got robbed when the thing went. Yeah, you got the Bancroft. I remember. All right, 18. Can we get up to 20? Are there 2 more? Are there 2 more of you out there? Type rigged in the chat. Not digged iodine. It's not going to work. Oh my God. I'll give it, we still got 2 minutes till the hour, so I'll give it 2 minutes. We got 20. All right, excellent. All right, everybody, good luck. Feral Bush Pig. That's a good one as well. Shelby's in the house. All right, we're up to 22. Ronan's got him. Moromi, that's not going to, Wig's not going to do it either. All right, good luck, everybody. I hope you all, I wish you all the best of luck. And here we go. Who's going to win it? Who will it be? And the winner is... there you go, dude. He came in the last moment. Look. Literally one of the last people to put it in there. Just came in 2 minutes ago. Unbelievable. There you go. Congratulations, dude. Great. I'll be doing it every week, so plenty of opportunities, and I think I've got 8 left to give away. That's why we call it rigged. You're still in there, even though sometimes the name itself doesn't pop up. We've done one, I think, with about 100 people in there, and it still only shows the same amount of, 15 people or so. That is why it's called rigged. But congratulations. I'll send you the code via DM in a moment. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I'm going to get back to work. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you in a couple of days. And please keep watching my shorts. They're really helping out the channel. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video, and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.